My, oh, my, oh, my. We sat here for 18 weeks. 18 weeks of crying and laughing and celebrating and drinking and just loving NFL football. And for a lot of teams, they're going to Cancun. Their season's done. They're moving on to baseball. They're watching basketball. But if you're here in Los Angeles watching the Rams, you got some important football. You should be happy about it. Regardless of how the rest of the season went, you are in the dance, and that's all you need. With a team like the Rams and with two internet nerds like myself and Sheriff Joe Bags, we're going to talk about it. Let's yap some Rams football. Sheriff Joe Bags, it's fucking playoff season. We're here, sir. How excited are you?
Explosions, playoffs.
Pew, pew, pew.
I'm so excited. Feeling good, man.
Yeah.
That rumble in the air right now, man. Everything's a little bit more crisp. Passes going to be a little bit more direct. Matthew Stafford going to be looking further away from his wide receivers. Kyron Williams cutting a little bit harder. Man, AJ Jackson blasting some dudes, pancaking. I'm fired up, dude. This is when we really. This is where our season starts. It's starting now. I'm fired up.
I've made my my Celtics reference before about regular season versus postseason expectations. For what it's worth, like you have zero reason to be anything besides optimistic. And as for two guys that are, I know you are usually way more positive than I am about things.
Yeah,
you guys know that I will hammer home something if I think there's a problem. But once that week 18 whistle blows, none of that shit matters anymore. I've seen Cinderella runs. I've seen the bottom of the barrel seed teams make the Super Bowl. So it doesn't matter how good you are, how bad you are. Can you limit your issues better than the other team? I think this Rams team can. I've seen too much good football. You got Matthew Stafford as your quarterback.
That guy's pretty good. I've heard of him.
Have you heard of him?
I have. I heard he's pretty good.
He's up for some awards this year. I don't know if he'll win them.
And nothing major. No big ones or anything.
and we'll talk about it. But yeah, playoffs, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know who's fired up? Sean McVay is, bro. I was like, every once in a while, you're gonna catch like a great little clip, a little quote from these post game things. Him getting bleeped out that the playoffs start now, motherfucker. I was like, oh yeah, we're here, we're ready. I love it.
Sorry,
what's going on over there?
My cat's going crazy right now.
It's playoff football, bro. He's just get him involved. What are we doing?
Carl is a cat. That means he's on the Panthers side. All right. He's just gonna
put him up.
He's gonna be a jerk all week long.
You have to put him up. You have to put him up with a babysitter for this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, playoffs, man. And look at Jared versus face. He didn't give a fuck about nothing right now. He's just ready for playoffs.
No, and that's the thing too, man. I know a lot of people are having a lot of conversations about like, well, we were 1-2 coming in, and we lost that game in Seattle, and we lost in Atlanta, stuff like that. And I guess like I said it to you on here was like, I think Atlanta, all those dudes are fighting for their jobs right now, and they were not hard enough, but they were, it turns out. So that's unfortunate, but obviously that's why I also don't take too much, to take that loss super personal, because it's like, hey, they were fighting for it all. And then we lost by 1 in Seattle, short week, in weather, whatever. We know that story too. So I guess the way that I feel about all this stuff, man, is like, this is when it begins. We kind of saw that last year as well, that game when Minnesota Vikings came on to take on us in Arizona, that like, that's where our defense was that's when it cranked up, you know what I mean? So, and then played a phenomenal game in Philadelphia as well. So I'm expecting some fireworks here. I am thrilled that our first matchup is Carolina. I'll be honest. I know some people are like, well, they already beat us and they're all worried about it. I feel good about that, man. But here, get this playoff bracket, man. We're looking some good football teams in this, man.
I am looking forward to every single game, even on the AFC side. Like, the one I'm actually most excited about is Bills and Jaguars. I want to see, like, no one's talking about Jacksonville. Like, they've legitimately had some really solid wins against Denver. Against who they beat? Was it LA? Did they beat the Chargers? I think they beat the hell out of the Chargers too.
They usually weird.
But just from the time, like, since the Rams beat them in Europe, since that point, they have been on a tear. Like, they've been extremely good. There's a game where Trevor Lawrence had like 6 touchdowns, and like, I didn't hear a peep from anyone about it. So
for me, because he was on my fantasy team this year, championship. So Apocalypse now, number one. But a sneaky good game too in the AFC, and I'm not. People are going to disagree. A sneaky good game is Chargers and Patriots. That could go either way.
Oh, I don't think it's sneaky. If Justin Herbert had one of his tackles or one competent blocking lineman, he'd be right up there with with May and Stafford and MVP conversations. Like if you watch him play, the fact that they got into the postseason and won games is him running for his life and making shit happen.
You're absolutely right. And there's actually an argument to be made too that that we shouldn't necessarily, and I know that he's not going to win or anything like that. Like we're not in that kind of level, but like that to toss in Trevor Lawrence into this conversation we're having about these quarterbacks right now and fighting for an award, he's at least worth a mention. I don't think that I would put him into that conversation, but he is worth of like, hey though, man, this guy had a crazy year, like especially
he's hot right now.
Comparatively too, compared to what he's done in the past. I mean, he's on fire right now.
Waffle House stock is up out in Florida. I will tell you that. But yeah, you made up a good point of 1 and 2 the last 3 games.
Yeah.
I don't make excuses for losses, but there's context. Like when you talk about, okay, why did a team lose? It's not an excuse, but there's factors involved in everything. Like, yeah, you come off a good win against Detroit. You pretty much put one of the last nails in their coffin because they get bounced the next week. Like, you're going to tell me that there's no impact from a previous week's loss, like just kind of getting your ass whooped like that? Mm-hmm. They're out. Go look at Green Bay, how they finished the season. Go look at, I want to say, maybe Philadelphia. Does Philadelphia feel as good, like just kind of losing to the Commanders at the very end? Do they need a touch-up game? I don't know. I think Philly's in a better spot, but if you're a Green Bay fan, like you're limping in. Yeah. Is Jordan Love going to be able to do it? When it comes to the Rams, the context matters, man. On a short week, rain, number 1 NFC seed on the line. Obviously, the Seahawks are an extremely good team because they finished number 1. And you lose by the grace of God. Like, that's what it comes down to. You played your ass off. And then you turn around and you play, like, let's call it what it is. Atlanta's not the bottom of the barrel team.
Yeah.
Raheem got fired. That sucks. But, you got some real fucking pieces on that team. You have arguably the best running back in the league. And you had a down game.
Yeah.
But
that's exactly my point on it is that we didn't look good today in Atlanta. We played bad and lost by 3 points. So I don't know, dude. And I know that that's like not what everybody wants to hear because I say that too against Carolina. We had a bad day in Carolina, lost by 3 points. We can take on any team, but this is also now the playoffs. It's anybody's game. All right. So if you want to talk about the Rams coming in to this one, I think you nailed it with the Green Bay Packers. Like, are they confident coming in? I know my Packers fan friend is super confident. I think overly, because in my opinion, it's like this is the game where we get to find out which one of these quarterbacks is going to be that one that's talked about as the NFC quarterback. Is it Jordan Love? Is it Caleb Williams? We get to find out on Saturday night. I'm fired up about that. The Carolina Panthers have not won since they beat the Rams. So
it's annoying.
It's also one of those where it's, or maybe they've won 1 since then. I don't remember exactly, but they have lost like a bunch of games coming in. Like they have not done well. They are coming in super soft. So
they won the division by losing.
Legitimately, like that's such a terrible spot to be put into where you're like sitting there as the Panthers being like, come on Falcons. Like that's tough, man. I don't know, but yeah, I think there's a lot of teams right now that are coming in kind of soft, honestly. I think Denver played probably their worst game against the Chargers in week 18 against Chargers backups. And they didn't even look that good. Like, I don't know, man. So I think that we're looking at a spot right now where there's a lot of teams that are going to surprise, I think is ultimately where I'm going with that.
Yeah, and then we could be wrong too. There's some teams that do not give a shit about how they look week 18. They'll be ready to roll. The one thing that does matter though is that gives me a lot of confidence in the Rams is they've been here before. You've got a quarterback that's won it and done it all before. If that's the mentality, like if he's got ice in his veins, how many other quarterbacks in just the NFC side has that much experience that can calm the rest of the team? Because when playoffs happen, man, shit happens fucking quick. It's one and done. If you got an inexperienced quarterback, like I'm looking at Caleb Williams, I'm looking at a Bryce Young. Like if you don't have it together from the first quarter, by the time you figure it out and you get some momentum, it's already halfway through the third quarter and you're down 14. and you got to figure it out. There's pressure. Your season's on the line. Like that shit gets to people. Like, it's a real thing, man. So we'll see.
It's
I'm
kind of
excited.
I think back to the game we had against the Arizona Cardinals at SoFi Stadium in the playoffs, and trying to see that. It's impossible for me to see a game from the opponent's perspective. I have a really hard time with it. I do my best to try to like see like how would I have felt about that if that was a Rams kind of thing. And that's one of those where that game, it's like heads are spinning, man. From the jump, it's like the Rams are all over the place. It's just flashes of blue and yellow all over the place, and it's like, what's going on? And like Kyler's just throwing balls to no one. David Long Jr. scoring touchdowns and stuff like that. That was one of those where it's like it can happen like that, and at no point
happens.
From 4 seconds after kickoff, I was like, oh, we're gonna beat the crap out of this team right now, and it's not that I don't think that the Carolina Panthers are a good football team or can win this football game. It's just that they already did beat us, and I think that we played poorly. I think that we go into this week, and it's going to feel a lot like that week. You know what I mean? That game that we had against the Arizona Cardinals a few years ago in the playoffs. I just feel like this is one of those games where we come in and it's like, oh, turns out that 31-28 win for Carolina earlier this year was BS, and this Rams team is way better than them. And I think I hate to try to like throw out predictions and stuff like that, but I just feel like we know by like the second quarter. It's like, oh yeah, we're moving on.
I hope it's a blowout. And then before we dive into the specifics, I know you want to wrap up the Cardinals game because there's some important stuff. There's other news happening. I know you didn't get to see it too much, so I do want to share it with you. Yeah. My own fireworks. Yeah. This was fun. Pew, pew. If you guys follow me on social media, you know that we were part of the halftime show with our dog Toby, with Little Rampage. That's and so yeah, it was fun being able to walk out the tunnel at halftime. I will say, man, being on the field like it during a live game, like it's massive in there. Like I couldn't imagine being an NFL quarterback in a packed stadium that's super loud. It's just like everything feels like it's on top of you, like it's crushing you.
Yeah, man. When we just did the tour and we're on the sideline, and it was like looking around, it was like, God dang, man, I can't even imagine the pressure of like trying to win a Super Bowl, man. It's like, this is badass, man. I was loving it.
No, seriously. But no, shout out to Little Stump Racing. They do these corgi races. Hey, that was me. They did a halftime for the Niners game the night before as well, but it was just super fun, man. Our dog Toby was very good at coming back to us afterwards. You got some that were running around like crazy. Hey, look, that's me.
Hey, I know that guy.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun, I will say. So I got to spend the entire day just in the green room hanging out with a bunch of corgis while the Rams won. So that was cool. That was fun.
I absolutely love it. I'm seeing a bunch of comments. I'm going to pull this one. I not to avoid anybody else or anything. I'm going to try to play favorites, but like I was going to address. Yeah, it didn't work this morning. Okay. And we're here now. Okay. This is not going to be a normal thing. We'll go back to their schedule.
Tell them the truth, bro. I overslept. You text me at like 7:21. I'm like, oh yeah, my bad.
Save face a little bit for you, but you know.
No, I don't care. It's been really hard for me to sleep lately. I think just being tired from the holidays. Yeah.
Did you hear about this? I don't know if you heard. We're bad. We're bad. I don't know if you knew that. If you follow social media, we're terrible. It's crazy that we're even here. The fact that we have a game this weekend is actually not fair to other teams that are probably better than us.
We're talking about social media. Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, if you follow me on Twitter, bro, you know I am sending shots at everyone. Like I've had time lately. It's been very fun.
Good point. Yeah, so I do want to wrap this Arizona game. So first and foremost, Puka Nacua is not human. I don't even know. I've run out of adjectives. We need to create more because I don't know what to say about this guy anymore. And he's only in his third year. We've got a lot of time to go, dude. And I don't know what else to say about this guy. The way that he's able to contort his body, the way that he's able to control a football while human beings are trying to destroy his life and still just pull it down. And then we got one of the coolest, right after this play happened, we got one of them of him and I was like, and he just stood there menacing, like It was there for a while. It was like, man, how, man? I that's the question I ask you, Tuna. How?
It's the only thing I can find a way to correlate it. If you're an old head, if you're an unk like us now, like I still remember
Ouch.
Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp's dominance was different. It was very technical. It was very all the white guy wide receiver adjectives. You know, the
Big brain.
you know, first in, last out. He's a real gym junkie. Like all those things.
Yeah. What do you say about white receivers? Yeah.
Yeah, Calvin Johnson was just not only a physical specimen, but he was just ungodly good at football.
Yeah.
And then which sounds like, well, yeah, duh. But like, no. There's some guys that are like freak athletes, like a DK Metcalf. Is he the best? No, he's a freak athlete and gets by with a lot of things.
Mhm.
Calvin Johnson was both. Like he was Jerry Rice in a DK Metcalf body.
Mhm.
And you can't stop him. This is the closest thing I can remember to Calvin Johnson. And the synonymous thing with both of them is that Matthew Stafford helped create both of those fucking monsters. Like having a quarterback that just like, hey, go do you,
Yeah.
wherever you want the ball, like it's gonna be there for you to just be the best player on the field. And like him being able to add this to his repertoire of like, I'm gonna get up over you, lay hands the ball, bring it down one hand. That was like the only thing I thought was missing from his game, like why I edged like a JSN over him, because he's a deep down, like traditional receiver, downfield threat. Puka does everything. Like every week, it's like if there's a toss up, he's going to catch the ball, and that's very Calvin Johnson-esque. Like, what does he do wrong besides tweet dumb shit? Like, seriously, what does he do wrong?
If that's the biggest thing we got to deal with Puka, man, I'm feeling okay about it. But I would say too, is like the thing is like he entered the year or his career in Seattle, rookie, and just went off week one. Like just right away, it was like, oh my goodness, who is this guy? And I remember it was kind of funny. I wish I had some kind of recording of it or something like that. It's always just something that I'll remember and I'll just have to know in my own brain. Is that the Rams played in his rookie season? The Rams played in Denver, and I was actually there with Rams House, so he can't attest to this. But Puka comes up and signs my flag. This one that's right here. And as he's signing it, I asked him, I was like, records are you making this year? And then he just kind of laughs or whatever. It's like, good luck, man. You know, have fun this year and stuff. And it's like, hey, thrilled to have you. You know, cool. And then he just goes away. And then like the year he had, it was like, Jesus, dude, who is this guy? And then I don't know. It's just I think what my point is that like you mentioned Calvin Johnson when you're talking about Puka, and I couldn't agree more with that. And the thing is that from rookie season, step one, game one to today, he's still doing this kind of thing every single game. Like he's just on all the time. The only other time we've seen this at all is like a couple of seasons from like a DeAndre Hopkins where all of a sudden he's just crazy, but now he's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like we had like Julio Jones for a few years there was like absolutely insane, catching absolutely everything, physical freak. But I still would say Puka. If you tell me you get Puka today or Prime Jones, I think I'm going Puka, man. And maybe that's the Rams fan in me, but I just feel like his longevity of it is he's looking more consistent than any of those guys ever did.
I mean, that's where you're talking about over Calvin Johnson?
No, not Calvin Johnson. Just like he is the closest since Calvin Johnson, but like DeAndre Hopkins had a few years in there. Julio Jones had plenty of years in there. Players, wide receivers who were like at one point, you're like, this is the best wide receiver in the league. But I'd still at those points,
he's up there. He's up there with them.
I take Puka today over those guys at their peak because he's doing things that is just unreal, man. And the effort level is unmatched. I don't think I've ever seen it before.
The difference for him, like you add in, maybe he's not the best, like the crispest, the quick in and out of cuts because he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
He makes up for it by, okay, once I get it, I'm gonna hit everyone.
Yeah.
And that's something that like those other receivers didn't really have. It wasn't their calling card.
Yeah.
And Julio Jones is another good one of like, if people are not understanding what we're saying, it's more of the dominance of it. Where it's like when he's on the field, you're not surprised by the time you look up, he's got 12 catches. You're like, yeah, because it's fucking Julio Jones.
Yeah.
If the Rams go on a run, if the Rams do end up winning a Super Bowl, I guarantee you there's going to be at least one catch a week where you're like, how the fuck did he catch that? Yeah. And I see I see that last comment. We got All right. In the corgi races,
Okay.
we got
Let's talk about it.
hold on. Yeah, there's a whole lore here that I fucking forgot about. Shout out, I think it was Yoshi. Yoshi's the one that ended up winning the whole thing. But I didn't pay attention in the rehearsals before the game about how trained this dog was. Like the owner was at the finish line backwards, looking between his legs, showing the toy, and they had like a command word, and he just bolted like a professional. I was like, oh, that's fair.
That's the Puka Nakua of the corgis.
Yeah. I was like, okay, he's on kick return for a reason. But then we placed first in our heat in the pregame. I'm like, oh, dude, we got this.
Ooh.
I'll be honest. I don't think we practiced certain situations during the week. The crowd noise was really into it. The defense made a stand at the goal line.
The opponent has
the opponent has a say. We finished with a DNF. We didn't really cross the finish line during the race.
Left that part out this whole time?
He got distracted. He crossed it, but it wasn't until like everyone else was there. He was kind of like trotted in. There's someone that has a shot of me like this, like no. And shout out to
pretty important information the whole time we were talking about this. Honestly, I'm surprised that we had to pull this out.
Shut up. Shout out to Muad'Dib. He got some photos of me. I get a DM from him, and all of a sudden it's just me fatly leaned over the dog, like, hey, you're gonna go. You're gonna win.
I kind of love it, man. That's pretty sick, man. Okay. One last thing before I just want to wrap up the Arizona game, by the way. And I haven't told you about this. You have no idea what I'm even gonna say here. Shout out Tyler Higbee. Getting back into the end zone too. Dude.
Oh yeah,
not only getting back. I feel like the offense as a unit runs different when he's in there. It's just it feels a little bit more clean. And I don't know if that's just all Higbee or if it's a comfort level with tackles with Higbee next to them or with Stafford or something like that. It just feels like the unit runs just smoother, not better necessarily, not more powerful, not more explosive, just a little bit smoother, a little bit more well-oiled when Tyler Higbee's in. So I absolutely love that, man. Seeing him get into the end zone was rather exciting, especially at that time of the game where the Rams, we had the lead at that point, but it was one of those where it's like, all right, guys, we're supposed to beat the crap out of this team. Like, what are we doing? And so getting that one put us up by 10, and that was then we were obviously off to the races from there. But Big Rig, man, I'm super pumped. I hate to say that it is at least realistic, not necessarily my prediction that was the last time we see him at SoFi, which is crazy.
I know I'd said the same thing about Stafford. It all depends. I don't want it to be the end.
Yeah,
but you win MVP, you go out with Super Bowl win. It's like there's going to be some conversations about it. Yeah. No, I think all the above on Higbee. As much as we hyped up Parkinson, he kind of has come crashing down to earth since that 3 weeks where he looked like the best tight end the Rams have ever had. He's had a few drops the last 2-3 weeks. It's been like really frustrating. And Davis Allen, he kind of plays his role whenever they need him. Like, hey, just kind of step up and do this. Ferguson, I did see, I don't have a slide for it. I know McVay said earlier today that it really seemed precautionary. Like that's the vibe I got. Like he didn't really pull his hamstring, but it was starting to get tight. And they're like, okay, we've got 18 tight ends. Just sit.
And also 20 dudes with hamstring issues right now. So just everybody keep your hammies okay. Yeah. Just relax.
And I gotta be real. I think they're playing up the Devontae thing. I think he's gonna look phenomenal because I'm sorry. Was it Seattle? I think pregame Seattle or pregame Atlanta. I forgot which one. They showed like they were talking about Devontae and he's doing wind sprints. Like I'm like, oh, he's fine. Like what are you talking about? But we'll see.
That's so funny. First of all, I also won that bet. Waking up this morning and checking all my bets from the season, by the way, was like Christmas, but better. It was like, damn, nailed that one, called it. Hell yeah. And it's like, oh, Devontae missed the last three games of the season. Still got him for most receptions in the league this year. What up, man? And so I was feeling good about it. But the comment that McVay made about Devontae, where he's like, yeah, he's probably all right. We were precautionary, which pissed him off. It's like I think he wanted to play versus Arizona and probably Atlanta too, but it was probably one of those where it was like, hey man, look, we're in the playoffs. It does help us to win, obviously, but if we kind of just ease you back and we wait until the playoff starts, like then we'll be full go. You're good to go. I think it was the same with Terrence. I think it was the same with AJ Jackson last week, and then getting him back in in here. Quentin Lake was probably okay to come back for a bit now, but now we're going to get him back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Higbee, I think, only played because of Ferguson. I fully believe that. I think that if Ferguson would have been healthy, that we would have probably kept Higbee out for one more week and just let him come back in the playoffs. I think it's all that. I think it's all just the last few weeks have been like, okay, let's just wild card week. We need to be healthy as we can be at wild card week. Let's just do that. And I think that we kind of nailed it. Let's be real.
I mean, you finished out the season strong. Like you said, Quentin Lake coming back, I think is going to fix a lot of problems on defense. A lot more than people think. I think a lot more than I think. I don't know. I was trying to give credit to the other guys of like, no, they're going to figure it out. It's just one guy, but God damn, man.
He's
like
good.
Not having him in there has really hurt the communication on the back end. And I think it's making everyone else look worse. I think at times they played above their level. But not having your best defender really fucking hurts. So we'll see. What else do we
I think Quentin, I think him going out and then getting extended is all you need to know. Where we were like, we lose him for a few games, and they're like, no, we're not gonna keep doing this. You stay here, right? Like, so I like that. And I always want to address this briefly. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not.
I
don't want to wake up in prison.
Unfortunately, we have Muad'Dib on watch now.
Muad'Dib was funny, man.
Not a baby.
But hey, you know what? Muad'Dib is always here. He's always locked in.
True.
Like, love it.
How are you always here, dude? That's kind of crazy to me.
You know why? Because he hits that motherfucking bell, bro. That's why he hits that bell.
That's what all the cool.
I love it. I love it. All right, let's get back.
I understand the reference, Muad'Dib, but it's not a good reference still.
Time and place. Time and place. Time and place.
I didn't want to get weird on Sunday.
He's talking about me. He let me know that he was at the game. I 1000% would have, bro. But I was
get weird.
We didn't have a kennel for the dog, so I was in the green room with all the corgis for the entire game. Quentin Lake set to return versus Panthers. That was what they announced today. Him, Devontae Adams, Terrence Ferguson should be good. Kevin Dotson's the only questionable one. Which that one is not. They're not playing up. By all accounts, from what I've heard, he has been pretty ginger in that boot, walking around. So high ankle sprain. High ankle sprains are what, like usually 3 to 4 weeks. Like you're hoping this guy gets back really fucking quick. Very important because that there's a stat that I've pulled up with Josh Yo's tweets that the Rams before week 18 were 27th in the league when running between the tackles when it's 3rd down or 4th down and 3 yards or less. Converting, like they are bottom of the barrel, and I cannot fucking figure it out why. Like I don't understand what it is. So
it's hard for me to pinpoint, but all I can say is that when I watch it, when the ball snapped, it's especially like when it's how you run a goal line run. It's like everybody score with your guy, take your guy, bring him into the end zone with you, man. If everybody takes their guy into the end zone, then the ball will probably get there too, so everybody take a guy to the end zone, score with your man, and so we just haven't been seeing that even on those short yardage, like 3rd and 3, we're seeing the ball snapped and the middle of our line is behind the line of scrimmage, and that's not where we're going to be successful. It's crazy too that as far as success rates go for NFL rushers, if whatever stock you put into that, Kyron is number 1 and Corum is number 2 as far as rushing success rates.
And that's what I'm talking about is I don't understand, like they're so good at play calling this and that, and maybe this ties into the whole thing with McVay that people get frustrated like we have this year of like keep the pedal to the metal, playing passive. But I pulled up the tweet right here. Again, shout out to Josh Yo's tweets. Oh wait, no, this isn't the one. I'm all screwed up. Let me find it. I know. I had added him too about it, and now I can't find it. All right, now I can't find it. I'm stupid.
Okay,
but no, it was back to that of success rate is near bottom of the league at converting on 3rd and 4th down when it's 3 yards or less, when they run between the tackles. And that's with Kevin Dotson. Now, I don't know if it's just they haven't set up like counters with play action enough, which doesn't seem true because they're so successful with play action. But for some reason, those late downs are just not getting a push. I don't think it's a Kyron issue because Kyron Williams is so good for so many years at making people miss. But
Especially
like when you're getting, but like look at how they lost in week 5 to the Niners. It was that situation. 4th and 1, 0 push, or guys are just missing. So someone smarter than me needs to answer that because I don't get it. I've looked at the film. It's just like, it's there. Like, what are we fucking doing? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those frustrating parts of the game.
My reaction there was of Muad'Dib's comment about Raheem to come back when the Dolphins take Shula. The Dolphins aren't firing their coach, so that's not an opening. So
could be.
He's helping with the GM search. They're not firing him.
He survived Black Monday, but
no, they're not firing him. They literally told him that he's helping with the GM search. He's not leaving. Like, so. And why would you not fire him today? What would be the point of waiting?
I don't know.
You'd want that job open because you want to start interviews. And you got teams like the Chiefs that are already out where you can start those interviews today. So yeah, you would do it right away.
Mina Kimes has an MVP vote, and she voted for Drake May. Yeah, but Tom Brady voted for Matthew.
All right, well, guess who's dead to me now, Mina?
Yeah, Mina has some interesting takes, and we could talk about the MVP stuff. Where's the infographics? We'll start with how he finished off yesterday, and it's just this whole back and forth. And I hate when I get into the taking down another player just because I want our guy to do well. But you have to bring up all 22. Like, if you want to talk about the 11 on the Rams side of the ball but he's got Puka. Yeah, but he's got Devontae. It's like, okay, but who's fucking spinning it? Who created that monster that is Puka Nacua, like I mentioned earlier?
Mm-hmm.
You can't just talk about one side of the ball. This is not playing on air. We get to talk about the other 11 as well. And when it comes down to it, he had a 6-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, 28 straight without an interception at one point this season with the toughest fucking schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we talking about here? Like, you don't throw that many touchdowns and not win an MVP. And if anyone fucking tells you, yeah, but he threw from inside the 5, that is the most fucking difficult part of the field to throw into. That is the perfect way to advertise that you've never fucking played football. If that's your argument. Like, it is the dumbest thing. I have talked to so many non-Rams fans. I'm like, hey, what is this about? They're like, I've never heard that in my life. Like, that's not a thing. It's not a real thing. The only stat padding you can make an argument, is Jalen Hurts' tush push at the 1.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like, if it is so easy, why don't you fucking do it?
It's because our quarterback is elderly, and I don't want him in the middle.
Yeah, no. But then we bring up, I don't think you have it here. Oh, yeah. If it's so easy, why don't you do it?
Yeah.
Oh. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
I would say I think I've done a really good job of, when the MVP conversation is on, that I only talk about Matthew Stafford. Drake May is an AFC quarterback that, I'll be honest, I have not watched all of his plays. I've watched all of Stafford's plays multiple times this year, so I know what he's done. So I just hype Stafford. I don't tear down, you know what I mean? And I understand, like, the conversation of, like, you got to compare, and, like, it's like, if you have a point for Stafford, it's like, well, that's got to be contrasted by that's not a point for Drake May, right? So it's just not my intention to trash anybody or anything like that. But I go back to the argument too, where people are like, well, look at his weapons. And it's like, don't give me that, because look at what Devontae did with the Raiders and the Jets. Well, like, if that's the case, then why isn't Aiden O'Connell looking at Pro Bowls and stuff like that? Why doesn't he get a huge extension because he has this sick wide receiver catching all his passes? So don't give me that either, man. Devontae looks incredible with the Green Bay Packers, with Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Fame quarterback, and then he goes to 2 teams that don't have a historically decent quarterback ever, and
Yeah.
then the numbers dwindle. It's like, is he done? Is it over? Can he still do it? He comes over to the Rams. He leads the NFL in TD receptions this year and missed the last 3 games, dude. So I mean, don't give me that argument. I think that's absolutely bogus. And then you're absolutely right too. From the 1 yard line, that pass is very difficult. You've got 11 dudes covering 11 yards. And that's hard, man. That's a yard a dude. That's crazy, man. And you're trying to get somebody wide open in that, and it's working. So I don't know, man. That's, from my perspective, that's a very difficult play to make. And you want, as a defense, if the quarterback snaps the ball from the 1 yard line and is looking to throw it, you're like, all right, cool. Like that's your mindset right away, man. It's like, that's easier to defend than a run. It's right there in front of you. So I think that ultimately that argument is absolutely ridiculous. And then, like what JB Long was talking about on Twitter, that if you want to go ahead and say that these 1 yard touchdown passes should not count, fine, remove them. He still leads Drake May. Shut up. Get out of here.
Yeah, and it comes down to, I have watched a good amount of his film. Josh McDaniels deserves, I don't know if there's Assistant Coach of the Year awards. He's done a phenomenal job. Is Stephon Diggs his prime anymore? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still very fucking good. Is he a problematic guy?
Yeah.
TBD. TBD with
sounds like it.
some shit going on in his personal life. But no, they've schemed open a lot of guys. And when everyone loves EPA and this and that, Stephon Diggs is like far and ahead above everyone else when it comes to separation. Like, he's just been wide ass open all year. And by all metrics, you look at the deep pass, you look at most touchdowns down the field, Stafford leads that. It's fair to say if it's super close, because Drake May has had a phenomenal year, like 14 wins, 1,000%.
Really good.
But keep it consistent. What's happening with the recency bias playing in primetime has affected Matthew Stafford. Mm-hmm. A lot of people who are casual fans who frankly don't know football that well have only seen Matthew Stafford this past month against Seattle. We saw him against Atlanta. Mm-hmm. You understand how people work. If you lose the game, they don't care if you threw for 800 touchdowns. Yeah, you didn't throw for 801. You lost the game.
Yep.
Okay, let's keep it consistent. When the Rams were torching the Lions on a game of the week, what was Drake May doing? He was giving up a comeback to Josh Allen and threw a stinker. He had his worst game that we showed the graphic last week. I did not hear one peep because it was not in prime time. No one saw it. Everyone forgot about it. That's an important December game with the division potentially on the line. The only reason they won the division is because Buffalo just fucking squandered the rest of their month away. Yeah, I don't want to hear it, man. You don't throw 46 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions and not win MVP. If that was the case, Tom Brady wouldn't have won it in 2007.
We're absolutely looking at a situation, and again, it's not that I don't think Drake May had an MVP quality season. That's not my argument. My argument is that Matthew Stafford had more of an MVP worthy season. That's it. That's my argument.
Yeah, and it's like I said, I go back and forth with people. The reason why I'm willing to go and get in the trenches and get dirty on fucking the Hitler app that is Twitter is, hey man, like, someone's got to do it. Because I'm gonna keep it real. We were the first ones. End of September, like week 4, we're like, hey, Matthew Stafford.
Date was my video, bro. I'm about to pull that now. What date was my video of me talking? Yeah. It was I did a standalone with Matthew Stafford for MVP.
The earliest I went back and found was October 9th for me. Like, he's just been doing shit all season. Like, the no looks are not just for show. Like, the no looks are with substance. You want to go watch the All 22 and watch safeties jump 5 yards out of the fucking way to get Devontae Adams open. Speaking of weapons, put this fucking shit away. Speaking of weapons, okay, yeah, he's got Puka. One, he created that 5th round monster. He helped do that. Okay, they brought in Devontae to do what? To just lead the league in touchdowns. How many yards does he have? It's really not a lot. And then who else is on that team? What other weapons? A quad of tight ends that if you swap their jerseys, they all fucking look the same. The most explosive one's a rookie who didn't play until halfway through the season. Kanate Mumfield, a rookie that no one knows who the hell he is. Xavier Smith, who we all know, but no one knows who he is around the league. And then after that, how much 13 personnel have they ran? You mean to tell me Matthew Stafford threw for damn near 5,000 yards running fucking goal line package down the field?
Tight ends the whole time. Yeah, exactly.
Give me a fucking break.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking break, bro. Understand, real, recognize real. That's a fucking MVP. And if we had to be loud because no one else is fucking doing it. So
yeah. All right. What was the date of your Matthew Stafford MVP stuff?
My first reel I made was October 9th on that one.
Same. That's my video of Stafford MVP. Shout out.
I just sometimes you're not wrong. You're just early. And I'm just gonna tell you this. If Matthew Stafford does win MVP, I'm going to be the most obnoxious fucking person online. As head of the Stafford for MVP office, you and I will have some gloating to do.
It's so funny though, because like legitimately, what will happen if Matthew Stafford wins MVP is I will have a graphic pre-made. I will post that and I'll say, congratulations, Matthew Stafford. If he does not win, silence. I don't care. It's because that's the thing too. As much as I want Matthew Stafford to win it, as much as I think he deserves it and absolutely is the MVP of the league this year, if the voters disagree and it goes to somebody else, the extent of my reaction is going to go, that sucks. That's it for me. And I know that it's different for you. I understand that, but for me, it is very much that way.
I thought about it. It'll be a heavy eye roll. I'm not the kind of
look at that.
What's that? Oh, nice.
Stafford's odds being better than May's.
No, I'm legit. Like I did it. It's the same thing when you lose games. Like you can have an initial reaction of like, fuck that. Yes, it still sucked, but the reality is like you lost. And same thing with an award. Like, all right, cool, you lost it. Keep it pushing. Like, congrats to him. I'm not a sore loser. No,
I get drive home. That's all I give myself. After that's one of the reasons I go out for the games too. Drive home is all I'm allowed to be angry about. Because first of all, as much as this is my life and the Rams are the biggest part of my identity, there's also other things going on in my life. And also when I get home, I have to like work on things that are like clean the house or do dishes or something. Like I can't just be sitting here like friggin' Sam Darnold. Like I can't do that, dude. I'm an adult. Like I got a lot of life going on and stuff like that. So it's like I give myself the drive home to be mad about it. I'll listen to the press conference as I'm driving. I'll be like, damn it, man, this was stupid. And also on the flip side of that, only drive home for myself to be excited about that win. Then it's time to start working on for next week. That's how it goes, man. It's all right. We got it. It's on to next week. That's why I post. I don't think we're Facebook friends. I always post. I've done it for years. For years, I've always done the same exact thing after every single Rams game, no matter how it ends. I always just post the record and then and then whoever the next opponent is. I've always done that. And it is true in my brain. It's like we lose. It's like, we lose to Seattle, on to Atlanta right away. And that is true in my brain. Like I am on to Atlanta now. Like, and then we lose to Atlanta, like, damn, all right, on to Arizona. And then that's it. We beat Arizona, on to the playoffs. Let's go. Like, and then at that point we knew we were taking on the Panthers. So I added that in, but that's all I give myself, man. I allow myself to be angry for the drive home. That's it.
Yeah. And then I like his last comment about why he wants Stafford to MVP. I'll save that for probably a personal video. There's reasons why I want him to win it. There's reasons why I've been loud about it. Like if you've watched us this season, I'm not just going to pound the table for something just because it's Rams. Like if he had thrown for like 15 interceptions, I'm not fucking sitting here saying like, no, he hasn't played that well. Still Super Bowl, but no, he's not MVP. I'm on record saying I think Christian McCaffrey should be Offensive Player of the Year. If I had a vote, I'm not voting for Puka. I'm voting Christian McCaffrey. Like, anyways,
you are on record for that, and I disagree. But
that's fair.
Did you see JB Long talk about what would be really awesome is if Drake May wins the MVP, if Matthew Stafford and the Rams play the Patriots and Drake May in the Super Bowl and Matthew Stafford takes home Super Bowl MVP. That'd be the ultimate head-to-head of like, I'm better. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only person besides Stafford who'd probably win MVP is Puka, because let's be real, it's probably a 300-yard game if they need him to be. He's willing. His body is willing to do that.
I'll be honest, I hate the way they do the Super Bowl MVP. I hate that you have to have your answer in by the 2-minute warning of the fourth quarter. I think that's an absolute joke.
It should have been AD.
Stuff because AD should have been Super Bowl MVP. And nothing against Coop. I mean, obviously deserved, but it should have been AD straight up.
Yeah, it should have been. What I do want to talk about though, I had the playoff thing back up because we're here. new season starts. There's
We are
14 teams.
here.
There's 18 teams that are looking ahead to April. They're looking ahead to the draft. There's going to be lots of social media feeds talking about like, oh, this quarterback's entering the draft. We don't care about that until mid-February. We're locked into 6 more weeks of football. We already know who we got. Let's just go right down the line. We can skip AFC because I know you're not a big AFC guy.
We can hit it. I just don't want to go hard on it. We're a Rams thing, so.
Okay. I'll list a game and then you can tell me if there's something you want to talk about it. Texans, Steelers, anything here that is worth mentioning for you? That game last night was brutal, by the way.
Oh my goodness, bro. I'm so glad I'm not a fan of either of those teams. I wouldn't have been able to handle that, bro. So being a fan on the outside of it, where it didn't even impact my team whatsoever, I was watching that thing unfold and like I was entertained to the max, man. Like there's nothing else to say. And then like the Steelers missed that point after, and I was like, no, that's how they're gonna lose the season. That's crazy. And then the missed kick. It's like I'm like here by myself. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm losing my mind, man. That was crazy. But I think Houston wins.
Two of my best friends are Baltimore fans, and bro,
heartbreaker, man. Damn, I can't even imagine that happened to us, bro. Oh my god, I wasn't the drive home. I'll be honest.
I think Houston wins this one. I think they have the best defense in the NFL. Defense travels. You know how it goes.
Yep.
There's a chance Aaron Rodgers has to retire because he gets like a broken rib this game. Like Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter are legitimate. Anyways, so there's that. Buffalo, Jacksonville, my most exciting AFC game. I think that one has the potential to just be fucking fireworks. Pew pew.
I think this is the hardest game to pick of the weekend.
I'm going Jacksonville. I'm bought in. I'm full Duval. I'm here.
I think I'm going Jacksonville, and that less of buy-in on Jags and more buy-out of the Bills. I don't know if I trust them. Play them, by the way, at SoFi Stadium next year. That got confirmed.
Yeah. Somebody had Seahawks #1 defense. I mean, statistically, you can point this and that. If Stafford, I look at that Thursday night game, man. I don't see Stafford doing that to Houston. I see him having a good game, but not a 500-yard game. That's insane what he did. Chargers, Patriots. I'm gonna take the easy out here. I'm going New England. It
is the easy out, man. My dad's a big Chargers fan, so and I know my conversations with him, he'll sometimes get in my head where I'm like, oh, that's a good point. I will say that I think them sitting their starters for week 18, I think that was with the full intention of knowing that they were going to take on either the Jags or the Patriots, and they wanted to give their best to that. So I am going to say that this game is way closer than anybody expects, and I'm going to say, just because I can, that the Chargers pull something out, and it's crazy.
Oh, I don't think that this is like a blowout by any means. It's just the playoffs are just, for all the heroics you do through the regular season, the playoffs is just where that end of the rope gets reached, man.
And that's the thing too, is it like is May gonna success? Is it gonna roll into postseason? Same with Herbert. We have not gotten it from Herbert yet. And I think so too. But there is something to be said that you don't know. I mean, look at Peyton Manning. Historically, kind of sucked in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like it could be anybody. It can be anybody. Be bad in the playoffs or good in the playoffs too.
No, this is not about Herbert. There's going to be about 5 to 6 throws or plays in the Patriots game where you look at Justin Herbert and you're like, my God, if he had an O-line, he'd be fucking unstoppable. You'd be like, how did he make that throw? Like, he's out there playing with a broken left hand, stiff arming people with it. And because he has to, every drop back pass is like he's just getting dogpiled. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, you just can't survive without an O-line. What Joe Burrow did in 2021 was a fucking miracle. There's a reason why they haven't been back. So it'll be close, but I just think they just are going to run out of room here.
Also, we host the Chargers at SoFi Stadium next year.
That should be fun. Broncos got the seed. I think they are the worst of the two 1 seeds on either side. Moving over to NFC, you got Green Bay and Chicago. I'm excited for it, but
great game. Great matchup.
I just love NFC North matchups, man. They're always super fun to watch. But
dude, this one is crazy. This really is like a storyline of like who in the NFC North is going to take that step. This is crazy action, man. I'm absolutely fired up about this one. Packers are coming in kind of rough. I'll be honest. Jordan Love, though, I think is the real deal. I just don't know if I trust his receivers enough for this one. And that Bears defense is not a joke, dude. So I think the Bears actually take that. I mean, that's not crazy. They're at home. I think either way, I'd go the home team, honestly, because they're very closely matched.
This is where there's like an argument for either one. My biggest ones, like my first thoughts, like you mentioned the wide receivers for the Packers. I think it's more of a system issue. I'm sorry. I watched a good amount of Matthew Golden film like coming out into the draft. You mean to tell me you can't figure out how to use him at all? Like, you mean to tell me he's like just fucking basically a healthy scratch all season? You mean to tell me Christian Watson, whoever the hell they had the last 2, 3, 4 years under LaFleur, you just have never had a wide receiver ever?
Yeah. Seawatt's dope, but I mean, he's just not consistent enough for me, man. And then Matthew Golden, God, if I was Matthew Golden, I'd be sitting here right now being like, damn it, Rams. Why couldn't this have happened, man? So yeah.
Corn Dog, you had a good point that the Bears did give up 40 to the Niners. So they're susceptible. Yeah. They're susceptible.
Yeah, I think that was I think that was Shanahan just kind of perfectly understanding how to attack Ben Johnson, honestly. That's
think so?
That team. Yeah, I think it was a coaching thing there. I don't think it's necessarily that like the Niners are way better than the Bears. It's just I think that matchup kind of played in perfectly for San Fran.
Yeah. I mean, on the other side, like this is where the experience in the playoffs comes into hand. It's like sometimes that youthfulness, you can be arrogant to the pressure and just ball out, a la Joe Burrow again, but he's played natties and this and that. Caleb Williams, man, he has not been super accurate this year. I think he's like under 60% accuracy, I believe.
That's who he is, though.
Like that's cool and all, but in playoff situations, like when everyone's playing so tight, you're one mistake away from losing the game. Like this is a 17-19 type game where you throw a pick with 4 minutes left and you're never getting the ball back. That's just kind of what happens in the playoffs.
I definitely agree. I just think that and I'm not saying this is going to happen or this is my pick or anything like that. There's just like, what if Caleb Williams all of a sudden decides that, what if he shows us right now on Saturday night that like he's a playoff quarterback? As long as you get him to the playoffs, you're going to be just fine. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? What if he gets a 80% completion percentage in his playoff?
Oh, maybe.
Like, who knows, man? So it's like, that's what I love though, is that the playoffs are a different beast. You can't just take like, oh, well, that team did this team looks like this.
Yeah.
And so that's just the way it's going to go. You can't do that. It's a one-off. If for this one game, Saturday night alone, it's Green Bay versus Chicago, the last 2 games what they split in do not matter at all. Who is ready to come into this game in Chicago and come out on top? And there's something about Chicago that I just trust more than Green Bay, I think.
I agree. All that said, I'm still taking Chicago. The hate watch of the week.
Yeah, dude.
Hate fucking watch the week. Philly hosting the Niners. I'm taking Philly. I'm sorry. Like Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, I don't think they'll have an answer for them in the middle. I want to see the Niners just get BTA'd really badly.
It's gonna be freaking like 60 in Philly too. That's such bogus news, man. Like I hate that. I was looking at the weather of all the cities we could potentially play in, and I saw Philly Saturday and Sunday is 60 degrees. Like, damn it. Like it's gonna be warmer there than in Carolina, man. Like, damn it. Like, and we may get a rain game. So that's unfortunate. But I agree.
Yeah.
I think that Philly takes it. I just have trust issues with San Fran. It's the injuries, man. It's a lot of different aspects of it. They lost Bethune. He's not coming back now. It's just that's a lot of people to overcome and a lot of pressure to put on CMC and Purdy. And then Kittle. That's really like that's their core right now. That's all they've got. That's a lot of pressure to put on those 3 guys. And I just think Philly is just. They're going to be boring. The game's going to kind of suck. You'll probably be checking your phone and stuff like that because Philly runs a boring football game. They're not very entertaining to watch, but they do score. They do well in the playoffs. I think that this is going to be just one of those times where Sirianni just kind of puts together a game plan that just allows them to put up more points than the 49ers, and the 49ers go home.
What will make this a close game or not, I think you'll know in the first quarter. If Saquon Barkley is ripping off at least 4 to 5 yards per game, Niners don't have a chance because they gave up a lot of rushing yards, like really big gains to Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. Like their tackling was not super great. And like Seattle's not been an overly successful run team this entire season, unless they're just turning up the heat now. You know, I don't trust San Francisco's run defense. So if Philly can get that going early, I do think it'll be over pretty quickly. And yeah, I like that comment I just see right there.
Which one?
Do they hate their new rivalry jerseys? Like I don't know.
I actually saw I saw some people that were not Niners fans that were like, "Oh, these are sick." I'm thinking Broncos fans, stuff like that. I did not see a single Niners fan that was like, "These unis are awesome." They all were like, "These are kind of a bummer."
Okay, so to that point, their jersey itself is a solid purchase. It's a solid like attire piece. It looks great.
Yeah.
How they dressed it up on the field, the helmet looks terrible. The helmet looks like a 12-year-old and created Madden. And then with the red socks, like, dude, just give him black socks. Like, just go black.
Why in that font, if you're not going to do an actual shadow or any kind of transition there, why have a block shadow that's just an extended border? And that's the graphic designer in my brain coming out, being like, that looks stupid, dude. What are you doing? It's like, it makes no sense. Obviously, you want that to be a shift there. Obviously, what you do there to make it make sense is to do, I think it was red numbers with gold outline, I think, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, you just don't do a shadow. I mean, historically speaking, too, though, all the 49ers' dumbest uniforms have been when they did a drop shadow on their numbers. Those always look terrible. I don't know why.
That and ombre will get you in trouble with fans. And then, obviously, the only game that matters, Rams-Panthers. I'm all in. I'm all in on the copium. You getting guys back. Yeah, you're getting guys back. For as much as I've been very middle of the road, like, oh no, you gotta expect, the other team has a say. I think all fucking gloves are off. You're getting guys back. Quinton's coming back. Hopefully Dotson's coming back. Muad'Dib, I did see your comment. If you missed that, McVay was not as optimistic about him coming back this week. If in my opinion, I think it's going to be divisional round. I think we're missing Dotson one more week. A high ankle sprain is no fucking joke.
Yeah, I think that I don't think he plays this week. I'd be surprised if he does. And it's not like Justin Dedich has done like awful, but he is a backup. You can tell there's and it's not just that he's a backup and that he's playing it's just that Kevin Dotson's been so damn good all season that his absence is just felt because he's incredible, man. It's like when we don't have Aaron Donald on the field, you could feel that, like you could tell.
Yeah.
Kevin Dotson has been so dominant in the run game and just along the offensive line all season that as the second he goes down, we did get worse. It's because there is not another player that can do what he's been doing. It just does not exist. So yeah, we did take a hit there. I do expect him to miss this game. Expect it back for whoever we play the following week. Hopefully we do play the following week. I think that we win this game. I think that this is one of those games where at the very end of it, we can all look at Panthers fans, players, coaches, and all that stuff and be like, oh yeah, this is the playoff Rams. Like this is, y'all had a good one there. We gave you that one early. Hope you enjoyed that regular season dub. Niners, you guys can console with them on how it happens to beat us in the regular season and get smoked in the playoffs. So they know, hit them up. You got it.
And also, I'm laughing at you, and I could pull up that comment from Nick Overman. The "Let's go Panthers, we suck, but somehow here." Yeah,
straight up. Dude.
Shout out.
First of all,
shout out to Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta, man. They hooked you up. And same goes to them. Regular season doesn't matter. You get a fresh slate. Like a team like the Panthers needs a fresh slate. Like, hey, you're here. Go make some fucking noise. And that's the one problem that can happen is if they come in like with their mentality, pound the rock, they bang that drum, keep pounding. I know that's their motto.
Yeah.
They're going to want to try to control the clock, especially if there's rain. We're going back to they want 10-minute drives. Like, for me, like I talked about Philly, the key is the run game. The key here is the pass defense. Just don't because the Rams will be fine on first and second down, and then it'll be third and long, and then all of a sudden, Tedderell McMillan is catching a 25-yard bomb over Darius Williams. You just can't give those up. Those back-breaking plays is where you will lose this game.
Well, there was two aspects of our previous matchup with them that kind of defined the game, which was Matthew Stafford all of a sudden starting to throw picks at what? Hey, hold on. And then the fact that they were like just totally going over the top on us on like 4th and 1 multiple times, scoring touchdowns on that. And those things define that game. And what's kind of funny about that is like they pulled out all the stops in the game on like all those 4th down calls and stuff like that. It's like, well, now it's on tape, dude. What do you got? What else you got? Like,
what now? What now?
No, it's coming, man. So what? How can you try to trick us now, dude? You pulled out everything you had on us. Now what? That's kind of and that's why I feel so confident about this game, is because their game plan. Sure, the Rams didn't necessarily look great in that game, but my point to that was Panthers looked damn good, man. They came to play.
Looked really good.
Yeah, played us, and so that's they pulled out everything, man. What else do they got? Do they have anything else in that bag that they can pull from? Do we not have anything else from our bag that we can't pull from for this game? I mean, that's all of it. All of the makings of this game is like a 45-7 game. It all is leading that way, honestly.
If the cars go that right, like, and I'm all on board. Like, my true belief is that there is a blowout. Like, I'm a complete homer when it comes to playoffs.
This will be the least entertaining game, score wise.
Hope so. Hope so.
Playoffs.
Absolutely hope so. Where they will get in trouble, and Nick will like this here. Every drive where the Rams don't open and go down and score, or they don't convert like first down after first down after first down, that's one more meter of that confidence getting up. And now, like, you're getting in trouble. You got to get out to an early lead. Like, as much as I think it's going to be a blowout, and I hope it is, if the Rams don't dominate their first quarter, they're going to be in trouble. Like, it's going to be a tight game, because you can't give, doesn't matter how bad they are, you can't give a bad team hope. That is your worst fucking enemy. You give them hope, they think they can beat you, and then they will go do things to fucking beat you. It is human nature in football, bro. That's all it is.
Coming out strong, because let's not pretend like this. I mean, they are an NFL team. They make it to the playoffs. Like, they deserve to be here just like anybody else does, because they did win their division. However, that happened. It's what they did. So that's the thing, is, as you're absolutely right, is like, you don't want them to go into halftime, go into the locker room and look at each other in the eyes and go, we may have them. Like, you don't want that. You want them to go into halftime and be like, oh, man,
let's just get out of here.
This is wrong, guys. Like, this kind of sucks, man. Like, that's how I want them to go into halftime, where we come out at halftime and if we go into that locker room and just say, keep going, just don't let up, because you've been come back on a few times this year. Seattle, Philly, just that's what my biggest takeaway from this one is, not only compared to the last game, and I think that they've kind of run out of tricks compared to just because of that game, is the fact of how the Rams have gotten here and how the Rams we're playing on the road in this week is to me a perfect indicator or piece of evidence you can give the locker room and say, do not let this happen here, because if this happens here, you go home. And that's it. You don't play next week. No more football next week. So it's like, just do not let somebody come back on you. You get a lead, hammer that door closed. And that's why I think this game is a 45-7 kind of game. I think the Rams jump out 17-7, and it's going to be like, all right, now friggin' put your boot right on their friggin' neck and just take the life out, man. Just like, absolutely just take it away from them. That's exactly how I feel like this could go.
Reminder, I will bring up what happened in this week's game that happened yesterday. I know everyone was feeling a little tight because it's like, oh, we haven't blown them out by halftime yet. The Rams did score 14 points in the fourth quarter to put the game away. And if I recall correctly, without rewatching it, they did go like through the air. Matthew Stafford had 4 touchdowns. Like, 2 of them came in the fourth quarter. They were not throwing dinks and dunks. Like, they're going downfield. They're going their intermediate passes. The whole playbook was open. I think lessons learned. Like, okay. Took the lead back from the Cardinals. Okay, we're up 10. Let's go make it 17. Put this fucking game away.
It's like this game. We were up 16-6 at halftime, which is not crazy. That's just not. I don't even know. Oh, hold on. So then they go up on us because they scored at a halftime, and then with 11:09 left, or 11:09 into the third quarter, they took the lead on us. Like, we're creeping up to the end of the third quarter, and all of a sudden we're down 23-20, and then the Rams just like, oh, okay, never mind, you're done. It was that was cute, Arizona, but you're done now, and lost by 7. We won by 7.
It was the fake punt, and then the bomb over Akello Witherspoon.
Yeah, that hurt.
That was brutal. That like hurt really bad. And that moment is where you think like, all right, like, are we really doing this? Like, is this just who we are this season now? Like, where we've become? And then they went around and like, nope, well, don't worry, we're fine. And then shout out to McVay for not just running the ball and beating his head against the wall. Like, don't do that. air it out, make them pay for it. And Mudeeb said the Corgis had a better run game than the Rams, which they did. And Chris with the Yoshi hitting A gaps. Speaking of, since Chris is in here, I don't know how many people we got watching, but I know the watch party on Saturday. If anyone needs one.
Oh yeah, definitely shout that out. We got enough people here to hammer that.
Yeah, let's go. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank.
Did you get a 50% off jersey at the equipment room?
No, I didn't get a chance to go to the equipment room because I was dog sitting the whole time. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave Toby on his own. World Tour Rams. Come on. Yeah, World Tour Rams. They are going to be at Golden Road.
You could have just asked me.
Shut your mouth. How about that?
Shut your
pretty mouth.
I was going to put this one up. This was just going to be up. I think it's funny. Yeah.
I mean, if you're a Panthers fan, like, yeah, why would you not? Yeah, it's like I'm fine with it.
First of all, welcome in. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Welcome. Hit like.
Straight up. I can't believe we got another game with y'all because we wanted another game with y'all so bad after that last one.
Yeah.
I wanted that.
I respect the Panthers though, man. I said it earlier, like Dave Canales deserves Coach of the Year. Maybe not after the last week, but before week 18, I was like, that was my vote, Dave Canales.
I'll say,
Golden Road. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I have not met personally, I have not met a Panthers fan where I was like, that guy sucks. Like every time I've met a Panthers fan, it's like, oh, he's a cool guy. Like, I don't know, just my personal experience, I guess.
Yeah, here we go. Golden Road Brewing is going to be the watch party for World Tour Rams. I highly suggest that if you don't have the place to watch it, if you already don't have a tailgating group, if you don't have if you just don't want to watch it at home because you're going to be too anxious like me pacing around, Golden Road Brewing, man, like it's the closest thing you're going to get to a tailgate between these guys and then DTLA Rams when they go to Buffalo Wild Wings. Those are the only two that I've gone to outside of tailgates. Both super fun. I will be at World Tour Rams this week. That's just going to be so much fun, man. Like, I don't know how many people they're expecting, but I've been there when they've had like 150 people like packing out a place. It's a lot of fun.
I mean, Chris just knows how to put it together, dude. I mean, that guy, it's every time I'm out in LA too. And it sucks because like sometimes it doesn't work out because I usually give myself pretty tight windows to get out there and stuff. But he's always trying to set up something so dope. And it's always like, oh, we're going to go do this. And it's like, damn, I got to go, bro. But like he knows how to do it, man. He knows. Chris to me is like if I've told this to people like outside of Rams content at all, is just like somebody says something about LA and it's like yo, let me ask my friend Chris about that though. Like he knows all this stuff. He's gonna know how to make your LA trip absolutely incredible. Speaking of LA trips, by the way, we will be obviously we gotta wait for a schedule to come out, but we are planning an LA trip next year. Also planning a Vegas trip, Arizona trip, and then Denver trip. If you can get out to Denver, dude, definitely do it because that's going to be an absolute blast. We go.
I won't be drinking. I'm not going to drink. I'm not getting elevation sickness again. I've done that in Colorado before. It's never happened. That's again.
Smart. All you got to do is just make sure you match it with water. You'll be all right. But smart call.
I did. I'm weak.
But
yeah, to wrap this up, if you are going, I see Chris mentioned in the comments, get there early. He said 400 plus expected. And I'm not going to lie. I doubted him one time before at the, I think it was the Philly game. I was like, I can't be that. It's like, it's like kind of out the way. It's over by the Bolt and it was packed. I'm like, thank God I got here early. So he knows what he's talking about. It's going to be a shit ton of people. Yeah.
I'm going to, wait, there we go. Chris for president.
Yeah, go Chris.
Chris for president. Hell yeah. Chris is cool, straight up. He's cool.
Still need to connect with Chris because my piece on the tailgating and Rams like community culture is like second to none that not a lot of people talk about. All that gets talked about is, oh, Rams don't have fans. You ain't been to a tailgate, man.
Straight up.
Like I said, the two main tailgates that have shown me the most appreciation this year has been World Tour Rams and it has been DTLA Rams. I've got like adopted TOs now from tailgates. Like,
heck yeah, dude.
It's so stupid. Nick over at World Tour Rams, that's TO Nick now. Like he just straight up he said I didn't get a chance to use them, but he sent me on-field post-game passes. Like And it's just like, dude, that's so nice. He gave me a Christmas present because we're both randomly Celtics fans. It's just like all because we love the same team, we love football, and it's just you like good people. So anytime you get a chance to hang out with these tailgate groups, I highly recommend it. Everyone's super nice. It's like just going to someone's barbecue, man. It's super awesome.
It's an absolute blast, man. Credible people. I mean, I think you kind of covered it all there, man. That's it. When I'm going to SoFi and I'm going to a game, that's my very first stop, man. Is I'm looking for Chris, man. Where's Chris at? Like, where's World Tour Rams at? Where's Chris at? Let me say hi to the homies, and then I'll do some laps and stuff, man. But that's step one. I do World Tour Rams, and I gotta find RWO, man. Those are my guys. And
RWO is great. There is not a bad tailgate group that I have met yet. I don't care, but I know everyone has known each other for a long time, so you get little clicks. I don't care. I ain't met a barbecue. I ain't met a tailgate beer that had not had my name on it. Any game I've gone through, any tent I've popped in, someone's had a beer waiting for me and has embraced me with a hug. And I love every single one of those groups.
Absolutely, it's always a dap up. Horns up, man. Let's go.
Yeah,
I love it. All right, so oh snap, yo, you need more? Let me know, Chris. I can send you some.
Yeah,
I've got a few more left in the car from the old logo. The old logo towels.
Mine's over on the dresser right there. How are we going out into the void? It's the end of the season, regular season. Do we want to list off our favorite moments from the year? Do you want to do that?
Friggin' good one. We'll give it a little bit of extra time, I guess, to try to get through a few of them. You know.
Let's do it.
Yeah, go ahead and start. What do you got?
Give me. It's still my favorite pass. I guess both of them. Week 5, Matthew Stafford. He threw a dart like down the field to Tutu Atwell twice. One of them is the highlight reel where he spins left, throws it back across 45 yards down the field. Like, it's just stupid, his accuracy.
Good picks.
Number one puka catch. Oh yeah. Which puka catch is the best of the year? Like, which one?
Let me go with Jalen McCullough absolutely blasting Jalen Hurts for that sack, dude.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh, that one fired me up. I was ready to play after that. After I saw that, I was like, put me out on there.
The how dominant this team can look at spurts, like that moment, it was like, oh shit, we might kill this. They might bench Jalen Hurts after third quarter.
We say that every time we hit somebody like that. It was like, as soon as he got hit, it was like, oh, he's dead. Like, he died. Oh no, we're gonna have to cancel the game.
My next one, Quinton Lake, first interception, not just of the season, of his career against Baltimore. Perfectly timed, jumped the route on Zay Flowers. Yeah, love that for him.
We love to see it, man. We love to see it. Give me, was that week 1? Week 1, the late Nate Landman punch to seal dub 1, dude. That's crazy. That and not just the punch, the recovery by Fisk was unbelievable, man. The way he was able to put that thing in, crazy.
That was a I don't want to lose this game dive.
Straight.
We can't lose. I had to pull up the schedule because I have terrible fucking memory on which game happened when. Week 4, Indianapolis Colts, walk-off winner or near walk-off winner to Tutu Atwell, Matthew Stafford. I was there for that game, like I was for almost every home game, and that was just pandemonium. Like, nothing beats a long game-winning touchdown. Like, because everyone's you're watching it, you're like, oh, he's gonna score. It's just it's like New Year's Eve. You're just waiting for that ball to drop.
Yeah. Oof, man. There's a lot of good stuff to pick from, actually.
Let's see. I'll just go down the schedule. Yeah, week 1, Houston. Week 2, Tennessee.
Okay, so Houston, I'm going punch out. Tennessee. God, I'm trying to remember that game. That was basically 4 years ago.
It was. You've got Devontae Adams touchdown. I think it was his first touchdown.
That's true. We were in all bone for that one. I do want to, that was his first. Damn, I hate that I'm forgetting that one. I watch every game so many times that I feel like I should remember them all. I should have this McVay memory with these freaking games by this point.
I'll go to a next one. Tampa Bay game, which was just an absolute fucking beatdown. Yeah, Matthew Stafford getting his first ever career MVP chance in front of a home crowd was like, I wrote a piece on it just because it was like a really cool full circle moment for his career, and to be able to be there was really, really cool.
Dude, yeah, that's That's a really good one. Give me just beating the crap out of the 49ers. Anytime that happens, it's good.
I was there for that.
What's your record now?
I am 8-0 when I in 10 games. And actually, that will be my follow-up moment of when they're beating the shit out of the Niners at Santa Clara. 8.5 minutes left on the game clock, and our section began to clear out because Mac Jones threw another pick to Emmanuel Forbes, and they said, got to beat that traffic. Warm up them escalators, baby.
They were gone. Give me just making the playoffs.